Hi, my name is Amanda Gustin, and I'm the Public Program Manager at the Vermont Historical Society. Today I'm going to share with you an item from our collections. The book I have today is titled A History of Western Massachusetts, and it was written by a man named Josiah Holland and published in 1855. Today, in Vermont, we remember this book not for its history of Massachusetts, but for a poem that was published within it. That poem is titled Bar's Fight, and it was written by a woman named Lucy Terry Prince. Lucy was born in Africa and kidnapped into slavery as a young child, and enslaved in western Massachusetts. Eventually, her husband, Abijah Prince, purchased her freedom, and together they moved to Guilford, Vermont in 1764. We remember Lucy today for many reasons, one of which is the poem published in this book. It's called Bar's Fight, and it recounts the story of an incident that took place in western Massachusetts in 1746. This poem is often viewed as the earliest published piece of poetry by an African American. She was the first woman to argue before the Vermont Supreme Court in a case about property rights. She also made an eloquent argument to the Board of Trustees of Williams College, trying to get her son admitted to that college. Ultimately, she was unsuccessful, but the force of her personality and her persuasiveness is still remembered today. Lucy's story tells us about the life of an early Black Vermonter, of an early Black woman in Vermont. She was a fascinating, talented, and multifaceted person. Ultimately, Lucy's story also sheds light on the lives of other early Black Vermonters. Thanks for joining us today. Make sure you're following the Vermont Historical Society on social media to learn more about Vermont history.